For we do not wrestle against flesh and blood, but against the rulers, against the authorities, against the cosmic powers over this present darkness, against the spiritual forces of evil in the heavenly places. Ephesians 6, verse 12. Every once in a while, we need to be reminded that we are in a spiritual battle. It's not what we can see that is the crux of the matter, it's what is unseen. Jesus talks about this battle in John 10:10 by telling his followers that he has come to give us life in all of its fullness, while Satan's desire is to rob, kill, and destroy emotionally, physically, and spiritually the crown of creation, us. When you're tempted to hate someone or hurt someone or make choices that hurt you, remind yourself that you are in a spiritual battle and that Satan is the one pulling you away from the things of God and toward those things that may look good in the short term but lead to destruction in the long term. Sometimes the temptations that Satan brings our way are not so obvious, like, why don't you go rob a bank? But less obvious, like, you don't have to have compassion on that person because they have made way too many bad decisions, or you don't need to pray for others or be Christ to others or share your faith with others. But what you really need to focus on is making sure you don't do anything super bad that God would be upset about. While it is true that we want to avoid those things that God prohibits, the Christian life is not just a series of don'ts, but it also includes those things which we are admonished to do because of our relationship with Christ. As you go through this week and you bump into difficult situations, whisper to yourself, I am in a spiritual battle. God has given you full body armor as listed in Ephesians 6, verse 13 and following. He's also promised that he will be with you no matter when it is or where it is. You're not alone. God's word also promises that this is not really a fair fight because greater is he that is in you, Jesus, than he that is in the world, Satan. Another promise that you're given in God's word is that when you resist the devil, he will flee from you. That's because you are not resisting him in your own strength, but in the strength of the Lord, who has already defeated sin, death, and the devil through his life, death, and resurrection. Press on in the Lord.